So I'm just gonna bring up our first comedian, and that is Yonatan Shorgian.
Yes, I'm gonna keep cheering till he gets there.
Hello. What's with all the bow ties? Okay, one more round of applause for Eve. Who put this entire thing together. Great job. Okay. Beginnings of shows are tough because everyone's a little tense, I feel. It's like everyone has a pencil up their butt. I only know because I also feel that way. Like when I go to a show and I see a comedian, I feel that way and I'm like very judgmental. I'm right away like, who are you? Why do you think you're funny? What kind of name is Dave Chappell? Anyway, so I told Eve I'd go first if she let me do some like warm-ups. So I thought we'd do everyone a favor, ourselves a favor, and we just relax a little bit and take the pencils out of our butt. So this is going to be a little bit interactive. Everyone right hand behind your back. Pull it out. Great. Okay, now we're going to do some facial stretches to get ready to laugh. Okay, so just do some of this, some of that. We're going to try to bounce this on our lips. Deep breath. Alright. Great. So I'm so glad that I get to do this at Basement Show. I love basement shows. I think they're a lot of fun. They're very intimate. But I think they can be tweaked a little bit. I think they can be a little better, and I think it would be better if we just took them out of the basement. Okay, wait, not exactly. I think that we should take the audience out of the basement, like put them outside in the yard or something like that, and we can keep the band in the basement, chained to the floor. Yeah, so the audience can be outside, can be dancing, they'll have a projector, speakers, and meanwhile the band is inside playing. And then we just slowly flood the basement with water. Yeah, so everyone's dancing outside, basement's filling up, and while they're dancing, someone's got to figure out how to get the band out of the basement. So either they break them out or they drown, but either way, everyone's home by 11, we respect the curfew. Okay, so I think basement shows are a very cool thing about Rutgers. They're very unique. Another thing I like about Rutgers are buses. Not because I actually like them, I just think they're funny. It's like a fun thing to laugh about. I was sitting on the bus the other day, and I was trying to do my homework, but it was kind of hard because my elbows were at my nipples. So instead I was kind of just like appreciating what was happening around me, and like one thing I think you can see on the bus is the diversity that we have here at Rutgers. So it's like looking around, to my right I see this like frat bro, to my left Chinese exchange student, in front of me someone's crotch. But wait, let me go back for a second, because I'm not the type of person to assume things. I knew for a fact that he was a frat bro because he had a hat that said Sean John on it, which I'm assuming was his name. But yeah, so I'm looking around me and I'm like, wow, look at all these people. We're all here together in this shitty bus that just pulled over to the side of the highway and is emitting smoke. This is really beautiful, but also I'm thinking, as I usually do, like every few weeks, what am I doing at the school? But then I think about, hold on, like we have a pretty good education here. I think about what it's like in other countries, and like you can't compare. Have you ever seen, there's those videos on YouTube, and it's like teachers in other countries teaching English. And now the teachers don't know English themselves, so it's really pretty impressive. It's also wrong, but I'm very impressed by it. It's hilarious. I'm gonna do a little demonstration. Ideally, I'd be doing this in an Indian accent, but I'm not Indian, and I also can't do an Indian accent. That's a lie, I can do a very good one, but I'm gonna do it in an Israeli accent, because it's also a third world country, and I can do it without being racist. Okay, so, hello class. Okay, G. Very nice. O. E. Gule gule. Right? It's crazy. This is what's happening in some schools. But you know, I can't blame the teachers because really English is a fucked up language. It's a fucked up language. Like in what other language would the names Sean and John rhyme with each other? It makes no sense. Here, okay, another try. This time I'm German, okay? S. S. E. E. A. A. N. N. J. J. O. O. H. H. N. N. Jochen! All right. I think that mosquitoes have two emotions. Okay? I think their emotions are fear and cocaine. Alright, this is my explanation. I think that basically the only way that a mosquito could bite something that was 1,000,000 times its size is if blood tasted like cocaine. Okay? This is what I think is going on inside a mosquito's brain when he tries blood. That has to be it. Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna check for a second that I didn't forget anything. This is my first time. Great. Okay. So yeah. I was actually in fact, the other day I was standing online. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, can I backcut you?" And at first I was like, wow, that's great that he just asked that because he just saved us both a lot of drama. Because you know why? In middle school what would happen is someone would come up to you and be like, "Hey, can I backcut you?" Sorry, I messed that up. "Hey, can I cut you?" And you'd be like, I can't just let this kid walk all over me. But he did buy me a cookie yesterday, so I kind of owe him one. So you turn to him and be like, "Hey, you can't cut me, man, but you can back cut me." Alright. And you know, problem solved. Great. So he cuts you, whatever. Okay, so anyways, this guy asked me if he can back cut me, and I was about to be like, sure, great. But then I thought about it for a second, and the guilt started setting in. Because, you know, when you think about it, there's nothing shittier than letting someone back cut you. Because really what you're saying is, hey, you can't cut me, but you can cut everyone else behind me. I have the authority to let you do that. So instead I turned to him and I'm like, "Hey, why don't you just cut me?" And he's like, "Oh, cool, man." And he like steps in front of me, cuts me, whatever. And just like that, I'm no longer an asshole, and I am a member of the proletariat, a common man. I even turned around to the guy behind me and I'm like, "Hey, did you just see that?" And the guy behind me is like, "Did that guy just cut you?" And I'm like, "Yeah. What the fuck?" And he's like, "What the fuck?" And the guy behind him is like, "What's his problem?" And the guy behind him is like, "Man, fuck that dude!" And the guy's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck him." And then the guy behind me is like, "Hey man, you can't let him do that to me." And I'm like, I can't. And then the second guy's like, "You gotta fight him." And I'm like, "You what? No." The guy in front of me is like, "What is happening?" And then the third guy is like, "You gotta punch him. You gotta punch him right now." And then the first guy is like, "Hey man, punch me, you little bitch. You didn't even have the guts to let me back cut you." And they're all like, punch him in the face." So I punched him. He fell on the floor immediately and started losing blood. And fortunately, we were next to a hospital, so he got carted away on a stretcher. But apparently the guy had hemophilia. He lost so much blood that he almost passed out. And he got 23 stitches. I had to pay for his hospital bill and buy him a cookie. Anyways, that's the last time I'm standing in line for an organ transplant. Anyway, that's me. I'm Jonathan. Net ID. Oh, yeah. Thank you. My net ID is YO648. Follow me on Sakai. And get ready for the rest of the show.